what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Priya and today's video is about Saputara trip. Now, as you all know that I had been to Saputara, I had put up two videos of my trip to Saputara. I'll link it up here. In case you all have not watched it, please do watch those videos as well. So this video is about things that you should be doing in Saputara, things that you can give a miss, not that important or not that entertaining, yeah. And what are the things that you should be getting as souvenirs from there, and how do you reach Saputara, and all those information. So I do understand. First of all, I want to apologize for the delay in uploading part 2 is because I had an interminable relationship with sickness after I came from Saputara, and now we have broken up for good, and I just hope we never patch up. So without further ado, let's get into the video. And before we do that, please press the subscribe button if you've not yet subscribed to my channel. So let's begin. So first thing, how do we get to Saputara? So I would suggest taking a personal vehicle would be the most convenient thing to go to Saputara, because Saputara is 400 kilometers away from Ahmedabad. So, it takes you about 8 to 9 hours, but the roads to Saputara, the highway, the Ahmedabad VADODRA highway, that is a really nice highway. The express highway is a really smooth highway, so you save a lot of time on that highway. However, after you cross that highway, then you get then once you are on the way to Saputara, the roads are all zigzag. Though the quality of roads are good, but it's like those zigzag roads, hence it will take you time. So first of all, I would say the most convenient one would be hiring a private vehicle or taking up your own vehicle and going to Saputara. Second, Saputara does not have access to railways, so you can't go from Ahmedabad to Saputara by train. So accessibility for railways is not available in Saputara. The third thing would be that you can take a bus, you can catch a bus from Ahmedabad to Shirdi, and on the way is Saputara. So they have a stop at Saputara and then you can get down there. Now that is also a convenient option because these are overnight buses. So you can board into this bus at 8 p.m. and you reach Saputara around early morning or so. It takes you 8 hours by bus as well. Now again, if you are someone who has motion sickness and something like that, and in the bus it would be a little inconvenient. However, if there is no other option available, bus would be the last option, and that's the only public transport available. So according to me, the convenient part would be hiring a private vehicle and going to Saputara. So now that we are in Saputara, let's talk about food, because that's important, right? At least to me. I think it's to most of the people. So about food. Now first of all, Saputara is in, as I said, is in Gujarat. So most of it is vegetarian food. So I'll tell you what are the common things that you find there, and then I'll tell you what all I invented. So the most common things are pav bhaji and South Indian and omelette. These are the most common things that you find across Saputara. So just opposite the Saputara lake is a chowpatty kind of thing where you find where you have a lot of eatery stuff which sell same stuff which I just told you, South Indian and pav bhaji and omelette. Yeah, so they pretty much sell the same stuff. Apart from that, what you can do is that at Gira waterfalls, which is in Dang village, which is on the way while you go to Saputara, you see Gira waterfalls, which is one of the most highly should be on my list to visit. That is one of the mostest things that I feel that y'all should visit. So at Gira waterfalls, outside, when you before you go to the waterfalls, on that platform where you park your vehicles, at the parking there is a very small place where they've written Dang food. So now that I highly recommend you that place is because they give you like amazing finger millet rotis. Then they have lentils, and it was, I think she mentioned it was urad dal. So these lentils without putting any kind of spices, or it was not thickened at all. It was just a very bland lentil gravy, but it was very, very, very tasty. So along with that, they gave a very different chutney. It had chili flakes or something, and that was very piquant, and that was something you had to wither it on the lentils, and then you have it with the finger millet rotis. So that is one place that I would highly recommend. Second is, if you like non-veg food, like fish and chicken or something, and you feel like you want to eat any of that, then there's one place that I suggest you all is a food truck, which is outside Sugar and Spice. Now outside Sugar and Spice is a hotel in Saputara. Just outside Sugar and Spice, or just besides it, there's a food truck which sells all this. They had fish wrapped in banana leaf, and then kebabs and all that. So that is again the second place I would recommend. Now third is that the local crop is ragi of Saputara. So you get everything and anything in ragi. It's like world is an oyster when it comes to ragi in Saputara. So I got many things from there, which I personally liked. Few people did not like, so not sure. What all I liked is ragi chakli, I liked ragi biscuits, I liked ragi toast, and there were many things in ragi. I bought these. And toast was just a little thing about toast is that it's too hard, so you have to dip it in your chai for a longer period of time and then bite it. So one thing good is that the longer you dip in your chai, it does not drop and fall into your chai. It still stays there, and then you can eat it like a crunchy toast. I liked all of them. Many people didn't like the chakli. Again, I feel like, ragi, the finger millets is very a stiff kind of a thing, because I used to eat ragi breads as well, so they are also a little harder, not unlike those softer breads, but this is again very healthy. So I like the toast, I like the chakli, I like the biscuit, and what had I brought? Nothing. I probably that is all I got for ragi. And also bamboo is locally produced in Saputara. Just like ragi, and there are many things you get out of bamboo. You get many home decor stuff out of bamboo. I even got a bamboo comb from Saputara. I'll just put up a picture here. I got a bamboo comb from Saputara, and trust me, my hair fall has reduced like anything after I started using that comb. So y'all can buy the comb, and you can buy all home decor stuff which is made of bamboo. Now another thing is that I saw bamboo pickle there, and I thought I should have it, and I must say it has a very acquired taste. So much so acquired taste that it's been 2 months that I came back from there, and I've still not been able to convince myself to have the second bite of that pickle. So if y'all are something y'all like I also like eccentric taste, but if you're someone who likes very, very, very eccentric taste only, then try it on your own risk. So those were then third one would be strawberries. Now just like Mahabaleshwar, Saputara is very, very, very similar to Mahabaleshwar. Just like Mahabaleshwar, you get many things like the climate and how the points are in Mahabaleshwar, exactly like that the points are in Saputara. So just like Mahabaleshwar, they have strawberries there, and you get really good strawberries. Now when you move towards Hadgad Fort, there you'll see people standing on the way and selling strawberries. Please don't buy it from them, is because they sell it expensive. We bought it from them, however those were expensive. You can buy it directly from the market, that's again fresh, however a little more cheaper, or when you go to Table Point View, there also they sell it, and you can buy it from there as well. Second thing is that bargain. Even when you buy strawberries, we didn't bargain, but then eventually when we came to Table Point View, we found out that it was much cheaper than the one that we bought on the way to Hadgad Fort. There are many people standing on the way, so I would suggest that you buy it from the market. That will be a little more cheaper, and again it is locally produced and fresh. It's the same stuff. So yeah, strawberries. Then our jellies. You'll find a lot of jellies there, those jellies, jelly chocolates or whatever jelly that you put as toffees. So those jellies you find there, they also have really nice taste. Now, just like we have Mapro in Mahabaleshwar, Saputara has Sapro in Saputara. So now I will highly suggest this place. Do visit them. They have very good squashes. I got the blackberry squash. I got a mango squash. Then I got chikki from there. Then ragi papad. They all sell ragi papad and all. So ragi papad is pretty much the same that you get in the market. So from this place, I would definitely suggest you all to buy squashes. They are really nice. They are very up to the mark. And the chikki also that they sold there, that was also really good. So I would suggest going to Sapro as well. So now that we've spoken about food and transportation, let's talk about things that I missed in Saputara. Things that were worth it and I still had to miss it. So now I have mentioned in my previous video as well that you need to stay in Saputara for 3 days minimum. I booked for 2 days, practically 1.5 days, and it was less. The time was less that I spent there. So minimum book it for 3 days, as 3 days would be a good amount of time that you spend in that spend there and explore stuff in Saputara. So the first thing that I missed was Saputara Museum. Now Saputara Tribal Museum was a museum about lifestyle and history of Dang village and Dang people. So it's always very good to know about the culture and the lifestyle of the place that you visit. So the second one would be the national park, which is the Vansada National Park. Now the Vansada, if you are very fond of wildlife, then I would definitely suggest you all Vansada National Park. Now again, when you have to visit places like Vansada, Hadgad, which is Dang, which is very far from like not very far, but yeah, again to 12 kilometers, 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers from the city center, that is when your personal vehicle will come into use. That's if you have to visit all these places, then I would suggest you going on a personal vehicle to Saputara, because unlike Diu and Goa, they don't have unlike Diu and Goa, they don't have, you don't see rented cars and you don't see rented bikes. Maybe I did not explore, however I did see if there was one, you pretty much see it because it's near the public transportation, it is near the hotels. However, it was not there, so I am pretty much I am like 80% sure that it was not, mostly they don't have any convenience like that. So yeah, if you want to visit all such things, it's better that you go on your personal vehicle. So talking about Vansada National Park, this is again pretty much far from the city center. So if you have a personal vehicle, then it would be much more convenient and much more economical. Now I could not go there is because it was a little far, and if you're fond of wildlife, then definitely do visit there, because it is said that they have habitants of tiger, then deer, then leopard at Vansada National Park. So you can definitely visit and try your luck if you find one. Because I went to Corbett and I never saw a tiger. I just heard calls, but no tiger in vision. So the second one was the Vansada National Park. So the third one that I missed was Nageshwar Mahadev Temple. Now this is the most prominent temples in Gujarat, in the state of Gujarat. So that is again something which I had to give a miss. So please, whenever you go there, do visit the temple as well, as as the name suggests, it's Shiv Bhagwan's temple. So definitely do go there. So now of the things that I visited and it's not that important, you can give a miss. First one would be the tabletop view. There is nothing on the tabletop view except for certain games, like I mentioned, the games and these carnival rides and stuff like that. Apart from that, there's nothing to see. You just can have pakodas and you can have nimbu pani and you can have chai and all this. Apart from that, there is nothing that you can go see, enjoy. If you go to Sunset Point, if you are like, oh, fresh air at a certain point, then Sunset Point you get to see sunset also and fresh air also. Tabletop view can be easily avoided. Echo Point also can be easily avoided. Then you can another one that you can avoid would be rose garden. Now this is a little it will differ from person to person kind of topic. So rose garden is, if you have kids and all, they'll really enjoy amidst flowers, and then they have a bridge and then seesaw. So okay, if you are a family consisting of kids, then definitely you all should visit rose garden. And if you are like single and couple and you all go there, if you like flowers and you like clicking pictures of flowers and you like seeing various flowers and various categories, then definitely visit. But if you are not someone into this stuff, then definitely do miss it. I really like clicking flowers, pictures of flowers. They make me happy, and then when I come back home and I see those flowers pictures, I feel happy. Two things that enlighten my mood is pictures of flowers, videos of children, and food. That's the only reason why I keep on clicking food. And later on when I'm hungry, I just look at them and I'm like, I feel so good, and I'm like so rejuvenated after that. So yeah, rose garden, the two places which I feel that the ones that I visited and I feel it's not that important, or you can give it a slight miss depending on person to person, is what I feel about what is it? Rose garden and tabletop view. Now the ones that I visited and I tell you all that you have to visit would be the Hadgad Fort, Gira waterfalls, then sunset or sunrise point, and Sapro. These are the four things that they are must visit according to. So in this video I pretty much covered most of the things that you should visit, things that you can give a miss, transportation, how do you reach there, and what all you can buy, food as well. And again, hotels are pretty much very cheap in Saputara. They have resorts there, and for some odd reason every hotel is named Toran. Like it is either presided with a Toran, or then it has a suffix of Toran. So either a prefix or suffix, but they have Toran in their names, hotel names. So most of the hotels are around city center. They are not very expensive, and also the one that we stayed in was White Leaf Resort. It was very clean, it was very nice, very spacious, and not that expensive. Food again at hotels is vegetarian food, and the food was no different. It was like the normal restaurant or hotel food that you get. So I hope I've covered all of this in this video. If you all have any more questions, please do comment down below and I'll answer your questions in the comment section. And do let me know that what all if there are any other topics that I should have covered. So next time I travel somewhere, I'll also include those questions when I make a video like this. So I hope you all like this video, guys. If you all did, you all know the drill. Like, share, subscribe. That's it for today. Ta-ta!